What it do, man? It's your boy Battle Truth coming to you live and direct from the Battle Truth headquarters. Let's get right off into this, man. We got to double back on this math offer, my expert opinion drama that's going on, and why, for right now, temporarily, it's been shut down as a result of a lot of allegations that's being said. Now, Sean Biggums told his side of it the other day, and a lot of things that were going on behind the scene of a lot of shifty business that was going on with him and Math and the other co-host who once was a part of time on there. In this interview he was having with Space Ghost, he spoke about what was the reason why the shop got shut down. Mav said that the shop got shut down because of the racist owner who really didn't want him in there because the owner was racist, which really don't make no sense because you're running a business and your business smack dead in the middle of the hood. So why would I be racist towards black people having a business in the middle of the hood that I'm trying to lease or allow y'all to operate in when you're catering to the hood? Like, that's like natural, you know. But you know, Math, it's never his fault. It's always somebody else's fault. Well, Math said that that's the reason why he had to leave the barbershop as a result of the owner being racist. Now, Sean Biggums touched on that and said that's not the case. He said it had nothing to do with racism. The reason why the shop was shut down was because guys pulled up in front of the shop and got the dumping in front of the shop. Gas and stuff running everywhere and everything. And the landlord didn't want him there as a result of the heat that he was bringing to the area in her place of business. Now, Gat Taylor, who's a present co-host with Mav Hoffa, took it upon himself to give us more details on what happened, and he got a different story than Biggums. Now, the only thing about it is there's some inconsistencies in their stories, but there's also truth in what Biggum was saying. Not to say that Biggum was 100% truth about what he talked about and said, but this is going to be real interesting as we listen to what this brother say. Let's do this breakdown on this and see what's going on here. Now, this was sent to me this morning by somebody, a supporter of mine. So let's just listen to the breakdown and see what we can get up out of this.
Multiple times on the phone, I'm telling Sean Bigger, no, Bigger, that never happened in front of the shop. That never happened. Now, did people pull up? Did just pull up? Yes, pulled up in front of the shop, Bigger. That happened. Yes, that happened. Did pull up. All that running and diving and hitting the floor and all that, that was extra. That didn't happen. You know what I'm saying? You got innocent people in there. Chastity in there. Come on, nothing can't happen to Chastity. Aaron in there. Cameraman. Not saying he butt and nothing like that, but he not no street. He not that. We need him. Yo, everybody get out the way. You know what I mean? Just go in the back. This is me telling people to go to the back. This is me. Yes, people went to the back. Do that make smart?
Okay, so far, this is what he's saying. So, as far as what Bigham said and what he's saying now, so far, so good. So, according to him, he said that there was no shots that actually happened at the barbershop. However, guys did pull up. Some guys did pull up. And Gat, who's speaking right here, who's the current co-host, he says he ushered people to the back. And then he get the name of somebody named Chastity, somebody named Aaron, who is not a street dude. And according to him, he likes, nothing can happen to them. Well, that's not so. If somebody coming for you and they there, they're considered guilty by association. You know, in this day and era, people don't care. They don't really even go for just the person who they really targeting. They go for whoever around you. So a person can get it as a result of being around you because they're guilty by association. So it don't matter if it's Chastity, it don't matter if it's Aaron, who's ever in there at the time that they're coming for you is considered a target also. They don't care about the relationship. What they know is whoever these people is around you, you have a relationship with them. And whatever we do to them is going to fall back on you and hurt you. So those are things that they go after also in this day and age. So I don't understand why you made that statement like that. But however, according to him, some guys did pull up. And he ushered people to go to the back. So apparently he thought it was going to be some drama or something like that. So let's listen to some more of this.
Just in case, if they start shooting through a glass, what are we doing? Standing there, catching bullets with our teeth? Just outside, Pooh Shiesty's on. It's black outside. You can't even see these. You can't tell who's who and what's what.
Okay, so that's even more detail. So he said, so guys pulled up wearing Pooh Shiesty masks, and it was dark outside, and you couldn't even see who was who or who was what. Okay, now let's just be honest, y'all. Let's just be honest. So apparently, whoever pulled up was pulling up at the shop that they was at. And this was a threatening situation to the point that they had on ski masks, and it was more than one of them, and they came down to this barbershop where Mav at for some drama. That's very telling. Let's listen to some more.
I'm from Brooklyn. We see that, we get out the way, we get low. Let's see what's going on. All right, go to the back. Everybody go to the back. Me, the whole team, we go to the back. We watching the people across the street. We watching them. We see them. You understand? Nothing happens. Nothing happens, bigger. No shootout, no fight, no nothing.
Okay, that don't make no sense to me to some degree. So let me get this right. So what was the purpose of guys piling up in the car to make it their business to come down to the shop where y'all at, wearing ski masks, getting out of the car, and just what? It's a staring contest. That right there. See, that right there raised a red flag to me for numerous of reasons. First of all, regarding to how we think about Mav Hoffa, let's just be honest. Mav Hoffa have a street reputation of being a bully, carrying guns, robbing and sticking people up. And I'm pretty sure who's ever he's beefing with know about his history and background. Why would they come down there wearing ski masks, knowing that he could be armed in there because he's known for being armed? He's known for being a street dude. Why would they come down there to make a statement like that without doing nothing? Why would they put themselves out there like that? And we also got to know, let's just be honest, if more than one guy coming down there wearing ski masks and they targeting Mav Hoffa, knowing his history, you have to know these guys was armed and they had guns. That would just be foolish to go down there like that. That don't even make no sense to me at all, in no type of way, at all. But then again, you can't rule nothing out in this day and era because there's so many stupid, foolish people that move crazy that you just be scratching your head like, what? Why would he do that for? Like world's stupidest criminals. So I wouldn't doubt. Look, I don't rule it out. But it's just stupid and foolish for what I'm hearing right now, if that's exactly what they did. Hold on, let's listen to some more.
Bigger, we was all right in there. If somebody would have came in there, we was all right. But we wasn't going to get crazy first. But we was all right, Bigger.
Okay, so basically he's saying he saw the dudes, they had the masks on, they was outside watching them to see what they was going to do. So it's some type of standoff or however. But according to him, they wasn't going to be the one to initiate the action, but if anything was to happen, they was basically armed to defend themselves because they was okay in there. So that's clear.
We was all right, Bigger. I'm not going to lie. When Bigger was on the show with us, I felt safe. I felt real safe. You know, Bigger always, held us down. Bigger always had the team outside holding us down. I can't take that from him.
Okay. This is more proof of what I was saying at first. Notice what Gat said. When Bigger was on the show with them, he felt safe. That's very telling because that shows you what comes with dealing with math when you're around him. He have a past of being a shifty, grimy dude. He have a lot of enemies. There is no telling what direction it may come from, and you feel more comfortable knowing you have better security around you to actually protect you if anything happens. So when he make that statement like that, that says a lot, especially when he believes that whatever happens is not for the most part because of them, it's because of math. So when he say when Bigger was there, he felt real safe. He made sure everybody was good. That just show you what we don't know about that may be happening behind the scenes to make him make a statement like that. Let's listen to some more.
Can't take nothing from Sean Bigger. You know what I'm saying? Like, Bigger pull up, yo, Gat, look, show me the nice, you know what I mean? Grippy. I'm like, oh, yeah, but you going to burn somebody they playing here. Like, word, I was always safe with Sean Bigger in there. You know what I mean? It was always a mutual respect, but, like, I got to address the real, though, bro. I got to address the real. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we go to work. When we come to my expert opinion, we sit in them seats, we working. You know what I'm saying? We don't got time to be looking over our shoulders because, you got a hater, a math Hoffa hater or whatever. I tell math.
Okay, right there. Now, notice what he said. When we get there, we go to work. We ain't got no time to be looking over our shoulder from math Hoffa haters. Math Hoffa haters. See, I disregard statements like that. Why do they have to be math Hoffa haters to the point of you making a statement as though people jealous of him or people wronging him when he have a history of wronging others? He have a history of wronging others. So why do people have to be math Hoffa haters? By him being an ex, a so-called ex stick-up man and bully. So you didn't rob and stuck people up. And for the most part, you get ghosts and get away. Now you a public personality where people know where you at. So the ones who you probably robbed and got ghosts on, for the most part, this is what happens a lot of times. In the streets, when people get robbed, set up, and they survive, depending on who you rob, people don't forget that. And they be wanting to get payback if they could. That's why we living in this era now where it's trending that people putting bags on people's head now. Because even if they ain't got the courage and guts to do it themselves, they could be behind the person who would do it for them for the right price. Sometimes when you rob and stick people up, they probably wasn't as big as they is right now. Like, let's say Math robbed somebody 5 years ago. But 5 years now, from the time he robbed them, they got bigger status, maybe a bigger following. And if they still was out there hustling and things like that, you know what you can accumulate in 5 years. Now you seeing the guy who actually robbed you. You know where he at. You ain't that little dude who he robbed on the block no more. Now you dealing in major weight. You got to hit a crew behind you. Because usually when people rob you, stick you up, for the most part, they catch you slipping, you a loner, by yourself type stuff. But now you probably got a crew that move with you. You dealing in major money. You know what I'm saying? You probably the man now. And then you seeing the guy who violated you, you know exactly where he at. Now he trying to live a good life, so-called. Now he ain't no longer in the streets no more. Now he trying to do things honestly. But hold on, you still got a history. You still got a past. I care less about you having a clean slate, want to do things the right way. You robbed me. You stuck me up. You probably pistol whipped me. You probably, you know what I mean? No. So why do people got to be haters when he come from a history of wronging people because he was a hater? Because that's what happens when you a stick-up man. When you a stick-up man robbing people, you the hater. You don't know how to hustle. You don't know how to keep money. You mad at the guys who do know how to hustle and get money. So you want to rob them and stick them up and bully them and take from them because you don't know how to get money. So that's who the haters be. So I don't agree with that statement right there. You don't have to be a Mav Hoffa hater to want to get back for what he probably did to you as far as like what you call the street rules being. So I don't agree with that statement at all.
Mav all the time. Just move the shot, bro. Move the shot. We in the middle of the hood. Mav Hoffa hate or whatever. I tell Mav all the time, just move the shot, bro. Move the shot. We in the middle of the hood. We in the middle of the hood. And I ain't gonna lie. We hear gunshots all the time. We in Harlem. We hear gunshots over here beefing with over here. And we in the middle of filming. We still keep going.
Right. That's what I was saying. Now, notice he's saying the same thing I have been saying for the longest. Once you got to the point you start popping and making good money from the show, it's time to move it. Now they saying that the barbershop is in the middle of the hood. What stars and prominent people want to come in the middle of the hood, sit in a barbershop for 2-3 hours doing an interview with you like sitting ducks in the middle of the hood of a guy like you who got a bad reputation? And like he said, we here shooting all the time in the hood. Who wants that? And that's what I be meaning by he don't know business. He don't know business. He don't even know a good thing. When he see it, he'll mess up everything for himself. As you can see, listen, man. Niggas gonna be niggas, man. Niggas gonna be niggas. And as you can tell, that's exactly what he still is. He still got that nigga mentality. He still do those nigga ways. He ain't even smart enough to understand, like, look, I got a good thing going on. Man, I'm almost at 1 million subscribers. I got stars wanting to come on the show. Let me move this to a safer place so that they can be more comfortable. We're in the hood. People be firing off gunshots and everything like that. I got a bad reputation of being a bully and robbing and sticking people up. So just out of safety for me too, let me move this to a different place and be more professional so I can actually capitalize the right way. He ain't smart like that. It took for a situation this bad to happen for that to really kick in for him. And he don't like listening to nobody. You hear his guy say, I've been telling him we need to move the shop. So he even know it's a bad area. He even know it's not safe there. He said this on numerous occasions already since I've been playing the video. So they're going to show you, bro, like you doing bad business. Then hold on, this dude, come on, man.
And we heard shots mad times, wild times. I'm like, oh, they're wilding out here. They wilding. Yes, we did hear shots, but nobody ever stood in front of that shop, shot in the shop, shot in the air, shot it up. Come on, son. Like, that ain't a fact. You know what I'm saying? And I'm that real. I'm that real where if did shoot or shot in the air bigger, I'll put this my right hand to guard. I'd have been like, yo, bigger, I ain't gonna hold you, bro. They was out there dumping, they was going crazy. I would have said that. That's how real I am. I don't care. They was shooting, they was firing. They was going crazy. It was nothing we could do. I would have said that. But that's not what happened. That wasn't the case. That wasn't the case. I hate the burst shot bubble, but I was there. I was in the shop. I seen. I was there. Nobody can tell me nothing. Nobody. I got that will verify that was in the shop. Holla at my man Debo, Queen of the Ring. My man Debo, official stand up Debo. Ask him. He was in the shop with us.
So there was an incident. So he's saying that this happened at a specific time. Debo was there, and it actually did happen. So there was something happened, that there was a problem, that a group of guys came down to the shop wearing ski masks on something. So it did happen. Whether or not they shot or not is, I don't know. It's speculation at this point from two different guys that were co-hosts. You got one guy who said he was actually there, Gat Taylor. Then you got Bigums, who know about the situation from people who so-called was there, that told him a different story. So we don't know, man. But what we do know is that the barbershop area was very problematic. Gunshots do be getting fired around there. A group of guys did pull up deep in the car wearing ski masks and got out of the car. But according to them, they just looked at them. I don't know. That don't make no sense. And I don't know, man. I mean, I'm listening. I don't know, man.
Ask him, was there any shots fired? Did anybody fire in the shop? Was there any shootings around here in front of this shop? Now, whatever happened when we not in the shop, we not around. This is with their families, everybody moving around doing what they do. And we don't know, like people pulling up to the shop probably, I don't know. I can't speak for that. But I'm talking about when we actually there. That never happened. That never happened while we was there. The chickens, when we pulled up to the shop, I'm like, yo, man, if you seen them chickens in front of the shop, bro, that didn't happen while we was there.
Oh, okay. So now I forgot about that incident. Okay. So Mav recorded one time when he pulled up to the shop, to go in the shop. In front of the shop, somebody had cut up some live chickens and left them on the left them in front of the storefront, the barbershop front door. Live chickens, not chickens that's already skinned. We talking about they had the feathers on them and everything, like on some voodoo type stuff. So they had got some real chickens, chopped them up, and set their body parts in front of the shop on Mav doorsteps as a means of making a statement or some type of threat, basically on some, like we own you type stuff. So Mav said he don't know who it is, and that's even bad too, when you don't know who your enemies is. When you got so many enemies, you don't know who they is. That they could pull up in a car deep with ski masks on, that they could chop up chickens and leave them on your doorsteps, and you still don't know who they are. You don't know where they're coming from. You don't know who you been beefing with or who you pissed off. That's very, very telling, bro. Just keeping it 100.
We wasn't there, bro. That's like you pull up to your crib, you go on a vacation, you pull up to your crib and your windows broke out. You know what I'm saying? You wasn't there when, you know what I'm saying, that happened. You wasn't there. You wasn't there. You can't go crazy. You wasn't there. Bigger. You got people thinking we got shot at. You got people thinking, family and everybody thinking people got hurt, bro. That was bad to put out and say that. They shooting up the shop. They didn't shoot up the shop. I told you on the phone before you even put this out. I respect the fact you called me and told me you was gonna put it out. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, but that didn't happen, Bigger. That didn't happen, bro.
Okay, so think about this. So he said Bigger called him on the phone before it even dropped and he even put it out and told him what was going on. Then he told him, don't do that. Don't put it out because that ain't what happened. But Bigger said, I'm going to do it anyway. That don't even make no... See, that's another thing. Why would he do that? Why would he do that? So apparently Bigger didn't believe what you were saying. He didn't believe what you were saying. If he talked to you before he released it saying what happened and still did it after you so-called confirmed it didn't happen, that says a lot about what he believed you were telling him. So he believed whoever told him what was going on, he trusted them over what you said. Because he still put it out, even though you told him that wasn't true. So that says a lot. That's very telling.
You know how many bloggers would have put that out and said that? This incident you talking about happened when Champ was on the show. Champ was on the show. Like, how long Champ been off the show? Over a year or something like that? A year and change? I don't know. I don't know. But this incident happened with pulled up to the shop almost 2 years ago, bro. That was 2 years ago, bro. Forget that. That was 2 years ago. That was the episode we had my man Tay Rock and Chess pulling up.
Oh, so that okay. So 2 years ago, so these guys pulled up when it's supposed to have been a show with Tay Rock and Chess. Okay, that's very telling. So Tay Rock and Chess was supposed to have been the guest that day that the guys pull up to confront Mav Hoffa wearing Pooh Shiesty masks. Okay, that's very telling, man. Man, Mav, I don't know, bro. You went through a lot of co-hosts. So Champ was once on there. Knowledge was once his co-host. Okay, let's see all his co-hosts he ran through. And he don't think he the problem. So he had Knowledge, Misfit, Space Ghost, Esso, Heineken, Champ, Bigum. That's 8. That's 8. That's 8 co-hosts you had. That's very telling, bro. That's very telling. Well, look, it is what it is, man. What y'all think about that, though, man? I don't. I hear bro talking, but some of that stuff got too many inconsistencies in it, man. I don't know what to believe at that point. Because again, I don't see a group of guys pulling up wearing masks, get out of the car and just stand there and don't do nothing, but coming to confront Mav Hoffa in a barbershop with other guys in there who they 9 times out of 10 know probably packing. Why would they put themselves out there like that? For even y'all to react. Because I react off something like that. If we're in the barbershop and I know my reputation and history of what I used to do, and then a car pull up and 4 guys jump out wearing masks at nighttime, looking at us, targeting us, I'm not waiting for them to do nothing. Because I got the right. Because you are in front of my home and my business, and this is definitely a threat. This is COVID ain't going on no more. This is definitely a threat. So I don't know if I could believe that one right there. That's the part in homie's story that just don't sit right with me at all. At all. But it's like he mentioning everything but the so-called shooting. Again, not to say that it probably didn't happen, but he said, I've told everybody to go to the back, but he even said at one time, I was even in the back. Why would you? Then he said things like, I ain't gonna lie, when Bigger was there, man, I felt real safe when he was there. He had people out there, security everywhere, I think. So, I don't know, man, being around Mav, look, if you gotta be around, go through all that to, then he don't even be paying people and stuff like that. Come on, bro. What? Here, take it. Bang the gavel on your damn self. Don't worry. I'm going to do it for you. No, 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 no. Man, get out of here with that trash. That sounds crazy. I ain't finna be up in the no hostile environment like that. He barely even pay a bird. What you say? What Champ say? You got $200 that one? Man. Whatever, man. Couldn't be me.